YouTube? Today reacting to when Mr. Fantastic decided to be the smartest man alive by Base Talks. Mr. Fantastic in his latest movie, that boy couldn't stretch at all, bro. I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but I mess with it. But that giant guy, when he hold that, stretching that guy like just like this, and that nigga was screaming, that's when I knew this nigga was weak.
Red seas when you realize that it's all out. You know I've been waiting for you.
Her crash out was reasonable, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I respect the crash out. She just want her kids. Even though she never had kids, it's like, I want my girl to be that delusional with me, bro.
Is actually her plan. You might be thinking, why doesn't she just help Chavez control her powers to help her find a universe where she has 2 kids without a mother, so that she can just slide in and be the mother to those 2 kids? I don't know. Or she could just have kids the normal way, like everyone else does. I'd volunteer as tribute. I'll take one for the team. Also, why is she still tripping over her fake kids when she got over it at the end?
Would you, chat? It's one of some fine shit. Can't cuss at the beginning of the vid, man. It's one of some fine. I wouldn't crush, personally.
Or she could just have kids the
She alright.
normal way,
Yeah.
like everyone else does. I'd volunteer as tribute. I'll take one for the team. Also, why is she still tripping over her fake kids when she got over it at the end of WandaVision? I don't know. This whole movie, I couldn't help but think about how much of a dumbass Wanda is. Her reasoning makes literally 0 sense.
I'm not a monster, Steven. I'm a mother.
Yeah, whatever you say. One thing leads to another. Chavez and Strange get stranded in another universe, and our Wanda takes control of the Wanda of that universe to try and find Chavez. But luckily, this universe has a superhero team known as the Illuminati, which consists of Mordo, this universe's Sorcerer Supreme, an off-brand female Captain America,
Weakest group I've ever seen. Either Wanda was too powerful or this nigga's were trash.
known as Captain Carter, Black Bolt, who can vaporize someone with just a whisper. Off topic, but I was curious, what if he sneezes or coughs? Is everyone just cooked, or does he somehow not do that? Anyways, they also have Captain Marvel, the smartest man alive, Reed Richards,
And the smartest man alive, Reed Richards.
My
and Charles
boy.
Xavier. Pretty insanely stacked lineup. Let's see how they do when Wanda pulls up to take out Chavez. Now off rip, they f***ed up. They know that they can't beat her straight up, and they want to keep her alive because technically, this Wanda is innocent as she's being controlled by Scarlet Witch in the main universe. So maybe they should have tried to catch her by surprise and subdue her. Wanda is powerful, but her durability is the same as a regular human. Captain Marvel could have speed blitzed her and taken her down with one punch. Charles Xavier could have shut her lights out while the others distracted her. Or Charles could get in her head and distract her so the others could subdue her. But whatever.
Yeah.
Surely, the smartest man alive has a solid plan to take her down.
Black Bolt could destroy you with one whisper from his mouth.
What mouth?
This was a cold ass moment, bro. This was a cold moment. What mouth shut you up without saying
You probably see me in a few interesting places, but what if I told
I promise, chat. I don't know what type of ass is this. Wait. Nah, YouTube tripping,
there's a
bro.
place where you can actually
Okay, enough of that.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Why the f would you tell her that? That was your master plan. You were the smartest man alive, and that's what you could come up with? I wouldn't even be mad if it was like Peter Quill, because that's pretty in character for him. That's something he would do. But Reed's whole thing is being the smartest man alive. That's his whole character. But surely Reed has a backup plan that was probably like a distraction or something. I'm sure he'll clutch up.
Sure.
No, I'm kidding.
You didn't.
Reed tries to reach out to grab Wanda as if that'll do anything, and he gets turned into noodles and dies. All the while, these two just stand there and do absolutely nothing.
Just watching. Bruh, if we fighting somebody and you see he killed, and you also watch me get spaghetti fried, it's like, what's the use? You can see that she's powerful. 3v1 her.
They couldn't even pretend to be useful. And it's not like this is their first day on the job. They defeated Thanos together, so there's no reason for them to be too shocked to move. Once Reed and Black
They didn't destroy Thanos. Doctor Strange did. Sacrificed himself.
they defeated Thanos together, so there's no reason for them to be too shocked to move. Once Reed and Black Bolt get packed up, Captain Marvel looks over at Captain Carter and she's like, damn, we're cooked. They start scrapping with Wanda and they actually hold their own. It makes sense for Captain Marvel to hold her own, but how is this chick doing literally anything? I just witnessed Wanda take a man's mouth and turn another dude into noodles. She can warp reality and
What's her name? Captain what? Captain UK? Whatever? Why are you trying to fight a person with magic with a shield? Like, yeah, I know she got like powers, like the same powers as Captain America, but Captain America also can't do with her.
telekinesis. So why the fuck is she shooting little energy balls now? She could literally turn them into blocks like Thanos did to Drax, or turn them into literally anything because she has reality warping powers, or she could just hold them up in the air with her telekinesis, but she decides to shoot little energy balls instead.
Maybe she's not that strong in this body, so let's give her the benefit of that.
Makes sense. She uses a statue or something to smack Captain Marvel and take her out for a minute, and Captain Carter is somehow
Captain
able to get
Marvel
the
should
jump
be
on
the
her. And
strongest
instead of
of
killing
them
her
all.
instantly like she did the other characters, she just uses her telekinesis for a little bit and then throws her away. She does eventually use her own shield to pass her out,
Slice.
though. How that took so long, I have no clue. But Captain Marvel finally comes back after being MIA for the past 5 minutes, and she's ready to rock. But instead of trying to speed blitz Wanda or sneak up on her, she opts to just use her energy blasts. Also, you could argue and say that this Captain Marvel might not be as strong as the one from our universe, but shit, it looks like she has the same powers, probably from the same power source, so why would she be significantly weaker and less durable? It's not
Facts.
stated in the movie that
Facts.
she's weaker, so don't make excuses for poor writing. Also, how is she taking out the game for 5 minutes after hitting a wall when she can now blow past 5 walls
That's
to
what
get to
I'm
Wanda?
saying.
Weird. They circle around playing patty cake until Wanda blows her back and she flies 100 miles an hour into a statue and smacks the ground. And she's still alive. Wanda then uses her powers to make a statue fall on top of her, and this takes about 5 to 8 seconds, and Captain Marvel sees this happening and decides not to move, and instead cover up so she gets packed up. How did this statue end her?
How did Captain Marvel get picked up by getting hit by a statue? Tell me. It doesn't make sense. It was just poor writing on their end, but
When she was crushed through a wall and survived, and also blew past 5 walls just a minute ago. And on top of this, Wanda can warp reality. She could have just turned her into a gummy worm or some shit and called it a day. She just used these powers like 5 minutes ago. Why'd she just stop using them and decide to fight? Whatever. This lousy team somehow beat a gauntlet wielding Thanos. Now I understand that this universe's Strange was a big help because he helped them with the Book of Ashanti, which they used to defeat Thanos, but nonetheless, they all fought Thanos, and they somehow all survived. Now again, before you go and say this team and this Thanos is obviously significantly weaker than the Thanos the Avengers fought, where'd you get that information? Who's to say this team and Thanos isn't stronger? Them being weaker is never stated in this movie. Pulling these characters from a different universe are weaker card is a lousy excuse for bad and inconsistent writing.
Facts.
Anyways, Chavez is still alive and there's still one team member left, Charles Xavier. He gets inside Wanda's head and instead of just hitting the off switch, which he had every right to do so,
the way Xavier got packed up, it was sad, bro. It was sad seeing
because
that.
he and the team that just died knows that if Wanda gets a hold of Chavez, the multiverse could be doomed. But instead, he enters her mind and tries to save the Wanda of this universe who is being controlled, and he gets packed up.
Oh, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Can't make this stuff up. Gotta be the lowest IQ team of all time. But it gets better. While Charles was in Wanda's head, Chavez and Christine escaped and met up with Strange, who also escaped. They make their way to a tunnel, and right behind them is Wanda. She's dead set on getting Chavez. She's already told Strange earlier in the movie that she'll do anything it takes to get her, and we've seen what kind of power she's working with. She could use her telekinesis to hold them all up while she takes Chavez's power. She could turn everyone into blocks while she takes Chavez's power. She could just kill them all and take Chavez's power instantly. But instead, she resorts to running at them and using her energy balls to break through the doors. When she does eventually catch up, she just stands there in front of them, doing nothing. Doctor Strange then basically tells her what he's gonna do.
Hold your breath.
And then does it, and she stands there all surprised. This is what happens when you make a character too powerful to ride around. She can warp reality and has telekinesis. No one should be able to do anything to her. It's the same problem for the CW Flash. Almost any problem that Barry has, he should logically be able to fix it instantly. but they somehow squeezed out 9 seasons of it. Even the actor knows the writing wasn't good.
The nature of his powers, I should be able to solve whatever our issue is in Act 1.
Know who I hated? I'm sure y'all know who I hated. I'm sure y'all hate her too. Yeah. The Flash was good during the first couple of seasons, but since it kept going, I couldn't find myself watching it anymore, but
But if they did this, they'd have to actually think about how to write a good story. But yeah, the writing for this entire scene, 10 out of 10. That's about it. I just wanted to rant about this and make fun of it. Also, we hit 100K like a few days ago, which is...
Hey man, if you fuck with the video, hit the like button. If y'all mess with the video, hit the like button. Subscribe, all that. Stay safe. And I'm gonna see y'all next time, man.